As of June 2025, the judge affirmed that the minister had the authority to act and would continue to have that authority should he attempt to revoke the ZEP again. Judge Unterhalter noted that while the cases brought by both the HSF and the Federation had explored similar issues, the Federation had now introduced distinct new arguments. Among these was the point that the minister had failed to establish good cause for terminating the ZEP, as conditions in Zimbabwe had not materially changed. Additionally, the minister had made a legal error by assuming that ZEP holders would be required to leave South Africa. In reality, many who had fled would qualify as refugees and be protected under the principle of non-refoulement, meaning they could not be deported. These arguments were not addressed in the HSF review findings. The HSF order sent the matter back to the minister for reconsideration through a fair process, Judge Unterhalter wrote. The basis of the HSF order is that the minister retains the discretion under the Immigration Act to decide whether or not to extend the ZEP regime. In contrast, the declaratory relief sought by the Federation argues that the minister cannot exercise this power, making it unnecessary to send the matter back to him. Instead, it asserts that ZEP holders have constitutional rights to remain in South Africa unless Parliament decides otherwise. Judge Unterhalter observed that granting such relief would have a far-reaching impact, as it would apply to the future and not depend on the minister reconsidering his previous decision to end the ZEP regime. As a result, the minister's argument that the application was redundant cannot hold. The judge explained that the interim Part A order remained valid as it depended on the outcome of the Part D review, which was based on grounds not covered in the HSF judgment. In dismissing the minister's appeal and ordering him to pay costs, Judge Unterhalter concluded, "I should not be understood as making any finding on the merits of the grounds advanced by the Federation. That is a matter for future determination by the High Court." This is not the first time because the Minister of Home Affairs, Dr. Aran Motsoaledi, lost the ZEP case multiple times across several courts in South Africa. Remember Pretoria High Court, 28 June 2023. The court found Motsoaledi's decision to terminate the Zimbabwean exemption permit, ZEP, unlawful, invalid, and unconstitutional, stating he failed to allow public comment and consultation as required by the Promotion of Administrative Justice Act, PAJA. The court ordered the decision quashed and remitted it back for reconsideration. And another case again, Supreme Court of Appeal, February 2024, the SCA upheld the High Court's ruling and dismissed the minister's appeal, stating there were no reasonable prospects of success. And again, Constitutional Court, 18 June 2024, the minister's application for leave to appeal was refused by the highest court, making the earlier rulings final. The court confirmed its directive to terminate ZEPs was unlawful and required all future decisions to follow a legal and fair administrative process. What this means practically. ZEP remains valid. Permit holders can continue living and working in South Africa. The validity of permits has been extended, currently at least until 29 November 2025, or else the whole next year again, as per the department's gazette and directives. Fair process required. Before making any new decisions, the department must engage in proper consultation and consider ZEP holders' rights and livelihoods in compliance with PAJA. Summary. The minister has exhausted his legal avenues. The High Court, SCA, and Constitutional Court all ruled against him. This means he definitively lost the legal battle. The government must now follow reformed procedures before any changes to the ZEP program can take place. If you're a ZEP holder, employer, or advocate, it's important to know that permits remain valid and enforceable until at least late 2025. Engage in any further processes or public consultations the department initiates